Hello to all astrology lovers. In this video, I want to discuss the transit of the Sun through the zodiac sign Scorpio. This transit began on October 23rd at 1:15 a.m. and will last until November 21st at 9:57 p.m. The transit of the Sun is always direct. It never goes retrograde and is one of our main luminaries in life in the context of astrology. The Sun is one of the most important elements of the natal chart, playing a key role in our personal identity, our motivation, our consciousness, life energy, and life goals. And when we talk about the energies of the Sun, it is about self-expression, identity, life force, our goals, ambitions, and creativity. The Sun also reflects our relationships with the father and authority figures, or with a spouse in the natal chart. Moreover, the Sun is about the inner world, various life cycles, and the time in our lives. The Sun participating in new moons. And full moons always interacts with our subconscious, the moon, and our psyche. Therefore, it is a quite important indicator in the natal chart. Moreover, the Sun, by the way, completes its cycle once every 12 months. Naturally, as it moves through a specific zodiac sign, the Sun expresses its energy through the filter of that sign. And in particular, we are now talking about the zodiac sign Scorpio. Of course, there are certain features and nuances of how the energy of the Sun manifests. It is very important to note that the Sun in the zodiac sign Scorpio primarily manifests through deep, intense energies, because Scorpio is quite a secretive sign, very deep and very intense. This energy manifests here as an exploration of the inner world, where our emotions and feelings are expressed with a high degree of tension. Moreover, here we want to understand hidden motives and hidden truths. Here, the Sun in Scorpio gives us very strong transformations and renewals. It encourages changes, especially in the context of relationships, financial matters, and personal values, because Scorpio symbolically represents the 8th house. And here we experience particularly powerful personal crises that divide our lives into before and after. Moreover, the Sun in Scorpio is about passion, it is about desire, it is about intensity. In relationships, it is about emotions, a certain secrecy, mystery, intrigue, secrets, and personal matters, names, that we keep confidential. It's about determination, about willpower, because the Sun in Scorpio enhances our willful qualities and intensifies our emotional experiences. Fears, attachment, and jealousy are all manifestations of the Sun in Scorpio, very similar to the manifestations of Venus in Scorpio. And of course, intuition, the intuitive understanding of everything that is happening, becomes significantly heightened. Naturally, it is important to know in which house of the horoscope the Sun is transiting through Scorpio in order to understand in which specific area of life this is occurring. It will manifest, meaning its energy, the energy of transformation and renewal, will be revealed. Let's say I have an ascendant in the zodiac sign Cancer, and this is my 5th house in the horoscope, which relates to my romantic relationships, my interactions with children, my creativity, self-expression, my leisure, and my hobbies and pleasures. Speaking of the Sun, I am a Pisces, and this is my 9th house. Here, in the context of everything foreign and overseas, the themes are education and long journeys. If we look at the transit in relation to the Moon, then this is my 6th house, and these are themes of health, themes of work, and themes of daily responsibilities, the schedule of life, everything I do systematically every day. And by compiling this information based on 3 indicators, I can determine how my consciousness will work through the Sun, through the energies of Scorpio. and in what situations and events it will manifest. Now let's consider the main aspects that the Sun in Scorpio will make throughout its transit through this sign. And I will only talk about the converging aspects and draw your attention to their manifestations. On October 28th, we have the Sun in a trine with retrograde Saturn in Pisces. And of course, this aspect remains with us during the new moon in Scorpio. The peak of the aspect reaches on November 4th and will last until November 12th. This is a harmonious aspect and creates conditions such as reflection and reevaluation. It provides structure to our inner personal resources. And here, this aspect activates the theme of personal power and responsibility, allowing us to make informed decisions regarding financial matters or close personal relationships. Additionally, I would like to remind you that the 8th house is also responsible for spiritual practices, spiritual growth, and esotericism. Perhaps these topics will be relevant for some. Moreover, the energy of the Sun in Scorpio enhances intuitive understanding and emotional depth. Retrograde Saturn in Pisces highlights the necessity to recognize the lessons of the past, to find stability in this, and to discover an inner core within these emotional states. And here we may encounter situations where we need to delve into the theme of fear, into our insecurities, and transform these experiences and perceptions into a source of strength and wisdom. Additionally, there may be situations for healing and strengthening personal relationships on an emotional level, where we need to approach our connections with maturity. On November 1st, the Sun participates in the new moon in Scorpio. We discuss this in separate videos on the channel. However, there is an activation of energies for powerful transformations and for self-awareness. That is, the new moon creates situations where we face the necessity to free ourselves from old patterns and emotional attachments, to go through personal crises and some internal experiences. The energy of the new moon pushes us to explore these hidden motives and our needs that change the situation in personal relationships and finances. This time is suitable for starting completely new projects, new relationships, and deep changes that certainly require courage and determination from us. Moreover, the new moon in Scorpio fosters intuitive understanding and awareness of our desires, helping us to identify what is truly important in our lives. And during this new moon, it may be relevant to explore themes of death, spirituality, occultism, sex, and intimacy. And this opens up completely new horizons for personal power and our transformations. On November 9th, we have the opposition of the Sun with retrograde Uranus in Taurus. A disharmonious aspect creates tense energies that contribute to unexpected changes and conflicts in the areas of our self-expression and material issues. That is, there may be internal contradictions here, as our desire for stability and comfort clashes with the necessity to reconsider and reevaluate our values. As a result, situations may arise that will require some powerful flexibility and readiness for change. And this can happen, both in career and in personal relationships, as well as in financial matters. Here we are faced with unexpected discoveries about oneself and one's loved ones occur here. Emotional upheavals take place here. It is necessary to make a conscious choice between the familiar and something new. This aspect may push us to break outdated behavior patterns and habits, and to see new opportunities for personal freedom and self-expression. On November 11th, we have a trine of the Sun in Scorpio with retrograde Neptune in Pisces. And here a harmonious interaction occurs which will open up access to our intuition and creative energies. That is, situations arise here when we feel the need to immerse ourselves in our inner experiences and emotions. And all of this can happen through art, different forms of creativity, meditation, and spiritual practices. Here, our emotional intensity will increase, and there will be a heightened desire to explore hidden aspects of life because the retrograde motion provides an opportunity for rethinking, to reassess our dreams, ideals, and life plans. And we may encounter a moment of clarity in relationships when our hidden feelings and true intentions become more understandable. The sun will be illuminating. While Neptune always leads us into illusions and deception, the sun here will help to shed light, assisting us in freeing ourselves from old grievances, and it will strengthen the significant connections for us. On November 15th, the sun participates in the full moon in Taurus, marking a moment of culmination, clarity, and understanding. Here, the sun will create an energetic contradiction, focusing us on the themes of material and emotional well-being. This full moon will bring us into a state of emotions, and we will feel and understand why we need this material stability or material security, our comfort zone. And we will want to explore deep hidden motives here. Here, there may be sudden revelations related to Uranus that will make us reconsider our usual approaches to money, relationships, resources, and material values. And here arises a need for emotional honesty during this full moon. This will all manifest in the areas of life corresponding to the house in the horoscope where this astrological event will take place. On November 16th, we have a sextile Sun in Scorpio sextile Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto remains in Capricorn until the 19th. And here there are favorable energies for transformation and the manifestation of personal power. However, the sextile is not a very powerful aspect, but it requires effort from us, meaning we need to reach for these states for this result. This aspect will open up opportunities for us to strengthen our positions in career, resources, and financial matters. We may encounter situations where our ambitions and aspirations for control will be supported by our inner power, inner strength, and the sun will allow us to clarify these hidden motives and our desires. And Pluto in Capricorn will bring realism to everything that is happening, especially in achieving our goals, demonstrating leadership qualities, and conducting successful negotiations. And here, obstacles will be removed, but again, with the application of our efforts. On November 17th, we will have a trine between the Sun and Mars, which will already be positioned in Leo, and here very powerful dynamic energies arise, which will contribute to the manifestation of our confidence and our creative power. This aspect will inspire us to take active action specifically in terms of self-expression, leadership, and initiative. This may be related to new projects and new beginnings. It can also involve basic physical activity, when we simply want to engage in sports. And we may encounter situations in this aspect where our ambition and passion for life will be supported by a powerful sense of purpose, which will be provided to us by Mars in Leo. Moreover, there will be a lot of emotions and intensity, as well as charisma and creative expression. This can all manifest in art, sports, and personal romantic relationships. And I believe that this is the perfect period to take some bold steps and move forward and effectively cope with any life challenges using one's inner strength to achieve the desired results. This aspect will provide such energies. On November 19th, when Pluto fully transitions into the zodiac sign Aquarius, the Sun in Scorpio will form a trine with the North Node in Aries, the node of the future. Very favorable conditions for realizing personal goals and for developing one's individuality. This aspect will emphasize the importance of following one's true desires and instincts. And this can manifest as aspirations for self-assertion and some bold actions. We may encounter situations where we feel the need to overcome something old and move forward. Despite everything, using your uniqueness, your personal strength and will, the energies of the Sun in Scorpio will also promote deep self-analysis and understanding of one's hidden desires. The North Node in Aries will certainly urge us towards actively expressing initiative and our independence. Therefore, this aspect will primarily bring us some important revelations and changes in life to inspire us to make bold decisions, to take steps towards new opportunities and new goals, tasks. Of course, this will eventually lead to personal progress. And on the day of the sign change, January 21st, the Sun will form a sextile with the South Karmic node in Libra, which is the node of the past, creating opportunities for us to rethink past relationships, of our social interaction, because this aspect will facilitate the integration of some lessons we learned in the past into current situations. In this aspect, we can especially feel how our past experiences influence our current life, because the energies of the Sun in Scorpio provide exactly such emotional, the coloring, shaking, and intensity can illuminate the connections with our past that no longer support our personal growth. And considering that the South Node is in Libra, this will manifest in themes of cooperation, partnership, and interaction with other people. Here, our personal needs and the needs of others come to the forefront. This time is well suited for resolving old conflicts, strengthening existing relationships, and cleansing ourselves of unnecessary connections. And here we can gain some super insights on how to work with our past, how to use our past to create healthy, productive interactions today, and how to orient ourselves towards the future, to use some knowledge gained in the past to move forward to new heights. And both personal and business spheres can manifest in absolutely any area of life. And now let's consider the transit of the Sun through Scorpio for each of the 12 zodiac signs. Dear Cancers, the Sun in Scorpio is activating themes of creativity, self-expression, romance, and pleasure in your 5th house of the horoscope. The focus will be on developing your inner potential and realizing your true desires. The 5th house is associated with joy, hobbies, romantic interests, and relationships. And, of course, Scorpio will add emotions and intensity to this. A very cool period will open up for you, during which you can express your emotional courage, intuition, and demonstrate your personal aspirations. The energy of this transit will certainly add some drama and intensity to your self-expression. It will activate a special magnetism, passion in any of your creative expressions or your romantic interests. This energy will push you to become aware of your desires in these areas of life. And here, creative ideas will acquire special brightness and significance. You will feel the urge to express your talents more often and to engage in your new hobbies. In addition, the transit will create situations related to diving into creative activities, and naturally, a lot of inspiration comes in. Any forms of creativity can be realized. There will be new romantic relationships, interactions, emotional experiences, and new acquaintances. Here, it is very beneficial to work on your self-esteem, on ways and methods of self-expression to show your confidence and to be bold. And here, if we talk about the context of interacting with children, it is important to be aware of your role as be a parent, a caregiver, and improve and enhance trust in your relationships with your children. To work with the energy of this transit, be sure to develop your creative potential in any way and by any means. Make sure to work on your inner confidence. Delve into the development of romantic relationships, showing more sincerity, more emotions, feelings, and desires. Therefore, focus on deepening and strengthening your connections with your children. Try to spend more time with them and share their interests. In any case, I wish you success. Subscribe, like, and share this video. See you.